Hello and welcome to another episode of Fully Charged, coming to you from the wonderful city of Coventry in the English Midlands. We've come here to see this. This is what's important. The VAUXHALL Mokka-E. Now, we saw this last year. We had a quick walk around, had a little sit in it. Really liked it. Very impressed. But today we're going for a test drive. But this test drive has two reasons. One is obviously to test the vehicle, to see what it feels like on the road, see what the range is like, how does it recharge, all those very important things. But the second reason, which is more personal to me, is that I'm a little bit exhausted. I had to drive a long way to get here, so I'm looking for a coffee. I'm going to go to a drive-through coffee establishment to get myself a nice coffee. So, this is Coventry. That is the VAUXHALL Mokka-E, and this is Fully Charged. Now, before I even start the car, I really want to just mention this very quickly. We would love you, we're on a subscription drive, we'd love you to subscribe if you don't already. The vast majority of people who watch the Fully Charged show are not subscribers. And that's fine, that's excellent, that's brilliant, because if it was just subscribers, we'd have less views. But we would really love it because it really helps us to promote the show within YouTube. YouTube notice the more subscribers you get. So we're really trying to push that right at the beginning. I won't mention subscribers again, but also you can like this show, that helps. A little like is nice. And all the other things, Patreon, YouTube memberships, don't want to talk about it, but really we're dependent on it. That's enough, no more of that. I'm now going to start up the VAUXHALL Mokka-E for the first time. I press the engine start button. Ah, there we go, that's always reassuring. Oh no, that's coming up. Now, at the moment, this is badged as an Opel, and it's very important to point out that Opel and VAUXHALL have been sort of the same company under General Motors for a long time, and now they've been taken over by the PSA group, which is Peugeot and Citroën and all those people. So they're all using the same basic components, which is very sensible. When this car is on sale in the UK, it will be a VAUXHALL, and when it's on sale in Europe, it will be an Opel. And that's the top and bottom of it. But I am on my little journey now to get a feel for the car and see if I can get a little coffee. It's a little treat. I'm the same as everybody else. We've all been locked up for weeks. But I quite like, and it's probably not a professional way of doing it, but I quite like getting in a car and starting to drive it and seeing what happens. You know, there's a little bit of something resembling sunshine. We haven't seen that for so long. Anyway, so at the moment it's giving me a range of 314 kilometres, which is hovering around, the WLTP figure for this car is 201 miles or 210 miles or something like that. So I think realistically, if you've charged this car full and you drive it, you've got a reliable 180 plus miles of range before you have to sort of start panicking, which is really good. That is in the sweet spot for me, is 150 to 200 miles. Any car that does that's coming out now is good. I mean, a better way of saying it, any car that can't do that is less than that, is questionable now in the current development of the technology as we know it at the moment. You know, they should be able to do that. Now, I just want to point out that this literally is the first time I've driven this car. My hand automatically, without hesitation, found the indicator knob. I didn't even know where it was. I just felt it and I pulled it down and indicated. I think that's a good sign. Feels very mature and confident. It doesn't feel like a new machine that's just come out. So the whole point of this car, and this always slightly annoys me, but the whole point of this car is it's not a new car. The technology in this has been developed over many years. That you can buy a petrol version of this car. You can even, and why would you, buy a diesel version of this car? I mean, please. So it has a 50 kilowatt hour usable battery, which means it's a little bit bigger than that, and it's a 100 kilowatt motor, which is I've tried to find out how you, because I understand I don't understand horsepower. I'm familiar with horsepower. It's basically enough. It's a 100 kilowatt motor, so it's a lot. It's powerful. All the controls for the vehicle, very, very clear. Knobs, actual knobs. There is a touch screen here, which is the satnav. I'm not going to look at that while I'm driving and touch that while I'm driving, but that is clear enough. I don't know if it will be their own satnav. It's not Google Maps, but it's extremely clear and crisp. You can see it very easily. That side of it is all good. So now I've got used to driving the car. The key things that work really well that I've discovered is the adaptive cruise control. Spot on. Works really, really well, because that first time you use it in a car you've never driven before and you're coming up behind a car that's slowing down in front of you and stopping, you're going, I really hope this works. I had my foot over the brake. It worked perfectly. It was flawless. That's really good. And it accelerated at the same speed as the car in front. All that works really well. The sat-nav's a little bit difficult to use because I think this is a German car. It's built to be used in Germany. I've tried putting in just postcodes. It didn't really know what to do with them. The interior materials are kind of what you expect in a car like this. I think this is carbon fibre look plastic. I don't think it is actual carbon fibre, but it looks cool. It's fine. It's all good. What is it? I'm trying to find something I really don't like. The roof is just material. I don't know. What do you want to say? I don't know. The sun flaps. They don't have magnets on, but they stay up. It's got a mirror. Okay, so in Eco, remember when I first got in it, it said 314 kilometers. Put it in normal, that drops to 300 kilometers. This is the estimated range that the vehicle has. So in Eco, 314. In normal, 298. In Sport, it takes a moment for it to recalculate, 284. Thank you. 284 miles. I'll tell you something else in a minute. So clearly, Sport uses all the power that the motor has as fast as it can. So it is a much faster throttle response. In Eco, you push your foot down and you gradually feel the car accelerating. In Sport, you move the throttle a tiny bit and you get some wallop. But what also I'm experiencing now is its lane keeping. So that I haven't even turned that on, but it's on. So it is helping me all the time. It's keeping me in the lanes, and it got a bit confused there because we were going through roadworks and the lanes were veering off to the left and right, so it was going, whoa, what do I do? But I wasn't aware of it until we were on that bit of highway. Then everything in this car is in kilometers because this is a German car, but so I haven't checked how many I've driven, but it's clear, I think, to say that I've driven quite a long time. And the Eco mode range estimator is still telling me 314 kilometers. Now, I'm just trying to see, the other thing I want to find out is the regen. I would say it's fairly gentle at the moment, but simply because the battery is at 94%, so it's nearly full. And the fuller the battery is, the less regen that the vehicle can generate because there's nowhere to put the electricity. Now this looks like I might be able to get a drive-through coffee from Starbucks. Other coffees are available, it's just that we couldn't find them. So the back, now I've got the driver's seat set to where I'd have it. Let's have a look. I mean, it's cozy. But no, I have got room in there, so that I haven't put my seat forward. That's where I'd sit with it. I'm 6 foot tall, so that it's got headroom. I can see, it's always the thing with modern cars. I've got this in front of me, but basically I can see out. So that is comfy enough. Got a good headrest that's adjustable. It's got a little pocket there. It's got 2 USB sockets down there, so you can charge your phone. So the thing is, this is a drive-through. I haven't quite worked this out. This is a drive-through, and I'm in a left-hand drive German automobile. Oh, wrong window. See, there's no point opening that window. Doesn't do anything. I'm in a German automobile, and so I've got to, hopefully, do I have to press a button? No. Hello? Oh, hello, can I get a Mokka-E? Get it? No, I'll skip the whipped cream. See, it's a Mokka. I'm getting a Mokka in a Mokka-E. You get it? I don't think the gentleman I was talking to is overly entertained by that. Oh. Hi. Yeah. Oh, yes! Well done. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you. Oh, isn't that marvellous? There we go. I didn't think that was going to be possible. We got a Mokka in a Mokka-E. Yes! Result! So the boot / trunk. Now this really caught me out because I was going like that. Look, there's a dint here and you want to put your hand there and go, there's nothing there. I was hanging it for ages. It's here. It's under there. It's kind of odd, but never mind. I don't really mind that. So that's 350 litres of boot space with the seats up. With the seats down, it's over 1100. So lots of room. Then under here, ooh, a bit more room there. Well, you can put all your cables there, there's all the emergency stuff down there. Very solid, it's very solidly built. I do like it. And it's, you know, that's good. There's a big lot of stuff about this. The fact that it says Mokka across the bottom there. The salespeople managed to write about that, about 10 sentences about that. How the lettering goes there. These LED lights that go over there. I think it looks all right. I think it looks nice. Charging port, very simple to use. No cover on the 7 kilowatt home charging thing. Then you just pull out the little thing for your CCS. But what I really like about it, which is becoming more common, is the 2 buttons at the side. So you can unlock it. If you've got the keys with you, just press that, it unlocks it, you can take the cable out. And the other one is the timer. So if you've set it to time to charge, you know, midnight or 1 in the morning or something like that, but you want to override it in the day, in the olden days you had to go in the car and reset everything in the car. And this, you just press that button and hold it and it will start charging. That stuff's really good. Simple. Now, okay, here's a really important thing about range. I'm going to make a really important point about range. You're a human being. You're driving along in a vehicle. You've been driving for 2.5 hours, 3 hours. The car could need charging. Oh, I don't want to stop and charge the car. Oh, I don't want to do that. Wait hours for a car to charge. Couple of things. One, this car charges at 100 kilowatts. It's a newer car, it charges at 100 kilowatts. It is extremely fast to charge it. So it's not hours, it's minutes. And 2, you need to stop. For one really good reason, and I'm going to use it, and it sounds a little bit unpleasant, but it's very, very sensible, and that is the charge-discharge cycle. So, as often happens with us, I really don't need to charge the car. It's like 87% of capacity in the battery. But I think it's important to always test it out, which is why we do this. But the thing is, okay, let me just get that in there. CCS, really important point in this car, 100 kilowatt capable. So you can put 100 kilowatts in that. That is adding about 500 miles range in an hour. If it was really empty, it's really much, much faster. Charging speed, 100 kilowatts. Well, it's twice as fast as 50 kilowatts. So electric cars early on always had 50 kilowatt rapid charging. This has 100. As we know, things like the Porsche Taycan has 350. Doesn't ever really get to that. But that is what is going on with this. So that is now going. So the other point, and the reason that we plug in and charge, is nothing to do with the car. Nothing to do with the charging speed, nothing to do with the chargers. It's to do with me needing a discreet discharge after drinking a lovely coffee. Oh, that was short and sweet. Anyway, let's see. That's done. Oh, it's good. It's been busy. It's been busy. Let's go and check what it's actually added. Oh, it's added 22 kilometres. Isn't that marvellous? In that short time. I mean, it's not, normally you would leave it a bit longer than that. I've left it about 7 minutes. It's very brief. But still, it's added some more. So, onwards and sideways. So the one criticism you could make of this car, and it's really got nothing to do with the engineering or the car itself, drives beautifully, operates really well, but the criticism is the cost of buying it. So the base level petrol Mokka is around £20,000, and the base level, and it isn't a base level, this is my argument, but the cheapest Mokka-E is £30,000 after the government grant, which is 4,000. So you're looking at a £35,000 car before the, if you don't use the government grant, that makes it about 30,000. So it's over £10,000 more expensive, and the arguments as to why that is are getting frailer and frailer. So the arguments that the automotive manufacturers make as to why this particular car is so much more expensive than the petrol one are making less and less sense. They're less and less plausible. They're less and less justifiable. Why is this car so much more expensive? Now, one of the reasons, clearly, is that this car comes with every single bell, whistle, add-on, super duper everything that you can possibly shove on inside it. It's extremely comfortable. It's got lumbar support seats, it's got heated seats, it's got a heated steering wheel, it's got the list of things. I'm going to read them out to you when we stop driving, but it's enormous. So the Mokka-E Launch Edition comes with some really special features. It's got the IntelliLux LED matrix headlights, 18-inch bi-colour alloy wheels, wireless mobile phone charger, alloy sports pedals. Why am I making those noises? It doesn't make any noise. Those pedals. And of course, very important, the massage functionality for the driver's seat. But the standard model, this is what this comes with. Multimedia Navi infotainment system, satellite navigation, 7-inch colour touchscreen, DAB digital radio, Bluetooth audio streaming, Bluetooth mobile phone portal, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, front USB connection, 6 speakers, 7-inch digital instrument cluster, 16-inch silver alloy wheels, chrome effect upper window moulding, driver drowsiness alert, forward collision alert at all speeds, lane positioning assistant, which I felt that, speed sign recognition, so it tells you, it knows how fast it's going and it slows down, automatic emergency city braking, adaptive cruise control, speed limiter, rear parking distance sensors, panoramic rear view mirror, electrically foldable adjustable heated door mirrors. Heated door mirrors, really important. Rain sensitive windscreen wipers, automatic anti-dazzle rear view mirror, very good. Automatic lighting control with tunnel detection. It knows when you go in a tunnel. Remote control ultrasonic security alarm system, flat bottom leather covered steering wheel, electronic climate control, keyless start, LED headlights and taillights, sports switch with engine sound enhancement. Didn't hear that. Base model costs £30,000. That's the base model. You get all that. The base model petrol car, £20,000. So there you have it, the VAUXHALL Mokka-E. I'm going to say this now, and I may live to regret it, but I'm going to say it now. I actually think out of all the compact SUVs I've driven in the last 6 months or so, this is my favourite. I really, really like this car. I don't know what it is about it. It's just felt really familiar and easy and comfortable, and it's, really good little car. I like it. It's not too huge, really good turning circle, very good turning circle, really nicely put together. So hats off to all that. To the PSA group. My one reservation is the cost. Why does this car cost £10,000 more than the petrol equivalent? If there was a petrol one here parked in exactly the same place, you would not be able to tell the difference. It looks exactly the same. Why is that got to be 10 grand more? £5 more maybe, you could argue, because it's still developing technology, £3 more, but the batteries are cheap now. They're much, much cheaper. I've asked proper, clever, inside baseball automotive engineers and battery scientists if my theory about why these prices are being kept high by motor manufacturers is a conspiracy theory of madness, and they've said no, it isn't. They agree. There is something else going on. They've got to sell, the PSA group have got to sell thousands of cars with engines because they're making those engines, and so they keep the price of this a little bit high. I think that's well dodgy, and it's self-defeating, because someone's going to come in with a cheaper electric car that is just as good as this one, and that's going to cause no end of trouble. Anyway, that's enough. I like the VAUXHALL Mokka-E, I really do. I think it's a great car. If you lease one or you buy one, you're going to love it. I know that for sure. That's all. I'm just going to quickly talk about Patreon. Please be a nice, lovely Patreon, like all our wonderful patrons who've been so incredibly supportive. Have a look at the YouTube memberships, the bell, ding ding, or there, ding, which will tell you when the next episode's coming, because there's loads of brilliant episodes. Tell your mates, tell your family, and as always, if you have been, thank you for watching.